Welcome into the Inside the Nest pod. It's your boy Chase back here with my brother Marquise.
What's up, everybody?
We coming fresh off of our first win, Sac State's first win at the home opener, 1-2. Final score 49-28 against Mercyhurst. All right, what's your thoughts?
First Dubski of the year, I'm happy. I'm happy with everything. Happy with the game. Think still some stuff to work on, but
For sure.
it's good to get a victory,
Yeah, no, I was definitely encouraged. Thought the final score didn't really reflect like how I felt during the end because I thought it was within one touchdown with like basically half a quarter to go. So I thought honestly Mercyhurst played a pretty damn good game, and then we kind of just popped out late, which it's what you want to see. You want to see your team be able to pull away, cement victories, and get that first dub for sure. New starting quarterback this week. Cardell Williams.
Yes, sir.
What are we thinking about our boy?
I think my boy is him.
Good.
But
Good.
it was 100-some passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and then a rushing touchdown.
Yeah, no.
That boy was hooping.
No, he looked really sharp. I think most notably, you see, I think this is what we talked about a little bit last week, the Marion's comfortability now within this offense. I mean, it just looks night and day with Williams running it now. The running game looks hell of a lot more smooth, and even the passing game. And one thing, like, I was concerned with, I assumed going into this that Rashada was the better passer between the two. Why he got the nod above Williams to begin with, I thought was partially because of him being a better passer. I just not seen the case. I think maybe it's a confidence thing, maybe it's a swagger thing. I don't know what it is. I haven't really seen too many horrible balls from Williams.
No.
Nothing too egregious where I'm like, okay, bro, that's not.
He hasn't really shown. He hasn't wowed me with the ball or anything.
No,
but he's
putting it where
he's putting it where. Yeah, it's not like he's out there looking like Patrick Mahomes. But when you have the talent and the play, the receivers making plays. So
that's the 100% it. You got the talent that we have, and especially the athletic profile that he has, bro. It's easy, bro. It's easy.
Get it to him.
You play pitch and catch, bro, and use your legs for the rest of it, bro, and you're gonna have successful days. You're gonna have passing grades week to week just off of that alone. The running game obviously looked really sharp. Williams was a part of that with 52. Henderson was the leading rusher with 98. Hammond was second with
3 tutties.
3 tutties, bro. Shout out Colorado State. Which Colorado State former player was responsible for 4 touchdowns? Him and Jordan Williams. Jordan Williams. So shout out Colorado State. We appreciate that donation.
Program.
Donation for sure. What steps out? What shocks us most about the running game? No Jamar Curtis.
No Jamar Curtis. No, they didn't say if no injury or anything, but I mean, I don't see a reason why he wouldn't be playing.
Yeah,
if it's not injury.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping it was just like a rest week, like they said. I feel like they went in pretty confident that they should win this game. So maybe they're like, let's just rest him before we get into conference play,
I guess. I still am not the biggest fan of that mentality because I don't really feel like Jamar Curtis was getting a ton of touches the first 2 weeks. I thought he was not getting enough. Honestly, the first game was all right. The second game for sure. I mean, it's a split backfield. There's gonna get work spread around amongst a few people, but
yeah. I think that might be part of the reason though we didn't see him get a lot of work. Maybe that injury in the open scrimmage was a little bit more serious than they let on.
Okay.
And that's why they gave him more of a light load first couple weeks. Let him rest. Mm-hmm. We'll see this week if he plays this week or not.
Yeah, we'll get a lot more answers. I think in the next coming weeks for sure. I just wish we would have heard something about that for sure.
And as much as I would like him to be out there, the offense seemed like it was rolling without him.
Didn't really matter. Damian Henderson looked super sharp. He's got a good balance, I think, of like a nice. He's got great, strong, quick cuts, but he's a strong runner too. Yeah. Like he runs through tackles. You're not taking him with an arm tackle. You're really not taking him 1-on-1. I mean. And he's explosive too. I think those are a couple of big time rushing touchdowns.
He popped a couple, and I think it also gave more room for him to get rolling. Savion Red got a couple more.
He got a couple in the second half for sure. He got a little bit.
The one from Pitt got a
Hammond looked like the lead back to begin the game. I think he got kind of rolled up on. I think in the second half a little bit, which led to a little bit more Henderson.
I think Henderson was
feeling it.
He was feeling it.
Henderson was rolling.
Feed the hot hand. And I think we also got to see Sam Adams.
Sam Adams,
Sam
yes,
Adams
he looks cool too. He was someone I think the first couple of weeks I envisioned him kind of his usage a little bit more as kind of like a third down, short yardage kind of guy.
Yeah.
And some of those packages, but honestly, he touched on a run today, or not today, on Saturday as well. He looked nice. He made some miss on that one. Yeah, I was like, okay, hold on. Now the backfield is deep. It's deep. Yeah. I mean, look, we talked about Jamar Curtis not playing at all this game. Savion Wright, I thought, didn't really get any opportunities for the second half. And that backfield was still featuring 3 guys from FBS programs last year. So it's in there. The talent level is insane for an FCS team, and you can do that where you got Henderson, who I think was maybe your 3rd or 4th string back last week. Lead your backfield.
All right, I got one question.
Go ahead.
One big takeaway from the game. Is Marion going for it on 4th down is going to be a problem?
Let's talk about Marion just in general on like his coaching performances through the first 3 weeks for sure.
Right. So I would say other than that, I feel like this is probably his best offensive game plan so far. I feel like you really got to see it work. You know, the passing game was in rhythm, the running game was moving. But as much as I think our defense is they struggled with the passing game this week. I feel like Mercyhurst put a good game plan together.
And to be fair to them, maybe the first time they've struggled against the pass this year.
But we can't put them in situations where they're getting the ball with 40 yards to give before the touchdown.
No, absolutely fair point. I think it's just a little unfair to the defense at this point. I think they've put together 3 really strong weeks. And honestly, it feels like a good chunk of, like, you know, the opposing team's offense's yards, touchdowns is coming from bad positions that our offense is putting our defense in.
Yeah.
So I do think that's a little bit frustrating. The going for it on 4th down on your own side of the field, I don't know if I'm ever really going to be a fan of that at any level or whatever. Like, we have a punter. I know we have a punter. Like, we can use the punter in this scenario, put our defense in a better situation. He's an offensive-minded head coach. He's young. And I think you see that a lot in just how he maneuvers and operates.
Yeah.
You see going for it on the 4th down. You saw last week he was throwing it to kind of put the game away, which ended up to the pick 6. I thought he did something kind of similar.
He did something similar at
this game, too. We were up 2 touchdowns, and he threw a seam route 2 plays in a row.
Yeah.
Double covered. Second play was almost intercepted. Luckily, he was out of bounds. First play was, I think, like a PI or something like that.
Yeah.
So got him first down. So you got bailed out 2 times in a row, and then ended up running the ball, which led to the Cardell Williams rushing touchdown. Yeah. But, like, there's no reason to put yourself in that position. You know what I mean? That could have been a touchback right there. They get the ball back. You never know.
It kind of gives me, like, when you're playing a video game, right? And you just want to keep adding stats. You're just trying to stat pad, you know?
Yeah, like, as a loyal CFB, NCAA, EA football user, bro, I understand that feeling. I did that yesterday.
I get it, but it's like, bro, this is like...
No, it's real life.
It's real life, bro. We gotta...
It's real life.
We can't just... You gotta just be smart, you know? Sometimes you gotta just run out the clock.
You gotta run out the clock. You gotta be smart. You gotta be... Because ultimately... When you get to the playoffs, you get into conference play, you get into conference championship, any of that. Where this team wants to be at the end of the year, you can't afford to have those missteps. You go for it on your own side of the field and you don't get it, that could very well be the difference of, well, we have more games to play or not, pretty much. So that is a little bit concerning, throwing the ball at the end of the games when you can salt the game away. You're up 2 possessions, bro. Run the ball out. You go get a rush touchdown, you get a rushing touchdown. That's cool. Let's get some points on the board. We need them. Whatever. But, like... You should be trying to move that clock along and get to next week, especially when you have, before that moment, you didn't have a win, bro. Like, we need to start getting dubs on the board.
And it's already cost us 1 game.
It did, yeah.
And I'm hoping he would have learned from it, but you know.
No, and yeah.
Maybe it was a little different. We had a bigger lead this time. Maybe he's still, you know.
Bigger lead, lesser opponent. You feel a little bit more cocky, but I also don't like that mentality either, though. I don't want you looking over opponents. I don't want you looking over teams, because that's I think exactly what happened against Nevada and exactly what stung us at the end of that game.
Yeah.
We can't look through we can't look around anybody. We have to look at people, and like ultimately, bro, you got to go out there with the mentality of winning games. I know we want to put 49 on the board every single time and win by 3 possessions every single time, but like that's just unrealistic to me.
Unrealistic, and it's. You're making your name. We're making a name. You know, we're. It's not like we haven't done nothing yet. We won't have
Yeah.
we won't have the right to be down out there just throwing when
Nah, bro.
we're up one score.
That's a great point too, right? You know, you're trying to build a culture.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you're trying to build a culture. You're trying to build something. You're trying to build kind of reputation and stuff like that. These are not the reputations you want to be building.
No.
Personally, it does to me come across like, and this is no indictment. I think we won the game. Congratulations, coach, on your very first win. Put up 49 points. We've looked a hell of a lot sharper the last 2
Almost
weeks.
400 yards rushing.
We are going to get to your kudos. But when you continue to go for it on your own side of the ball, or own side of the field, excuse me, and you are throwing the ball when you have no need to throw the ball, especially coming off of last week's disaster, to me that does kind of come like we got to mature a little bit more in our approach to finishing these games out.
It's a little notes.
It's small. It's small. And it's obviously fixable. It's stuff that's like.
I think he'll learn from it. You know. Like it. He's only been a head coach for what?
3 games.
3 games. So,
3
you know,
games, man. So
yeah, it's by far his best work. You know.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. We did rush for nearly 400 yards. Threw for a little bit under 200 yards. I think we had another really good performance from our favorite Ernest Campbell.
Ernest Campbell.
He looked really sharp out there. I mean, obviously it's all just bombs and speed. You know, uses speed. Had a nice little carry end around, and then had a couple of big time catches. That's what he's gonna do. I
did like that. We got the defense moving side to side a little bit this week. You know, some jet sweeps and stuff. I think this is, like I said, this is by far the best game plan so far. I think you've seen the most of like what the offense can be. You know, this week, and I think that just comes with Cardale playing. You know, I think he works better with the system. So I'm happy to. I'm looking forward to see what he can build on to it, because, like you said, Ernest Campbell, the tight end, caught a couple passes. You know,
he's caught a couple passes the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
I think, really in that final drive last week, where it should have been the game-winning drive, he had a couple of catches on that drive, some crucial catches on that drive.
Anderson with another.
Anderson had a nice grab down the sideline.
Yeah.
That was fire. Obviously, end of half, Ernest Campbell. You said it. They need to
put someone. It's like Randy Moss and Tom Brady. Put the montage together.
The little Shaq and Kobe montage. End of first half, bro. From the slot post route. Not stopping it.
No matter what you do, you better go prevent. You better go prevent. Whole last drive.
40 yards back. Yeah. I'm honestly, just speaking just more to the offense side of the ball, I am curious to see when we run into, a more difficult defense again that's maybe a little bit more stacking our box up. Because right now we're a run-first team. That's just the reality of what we are. We've been that from the week 1 right now. We're starting to get some success on the ground. That's going to start moving up on people's scouting reports. People are going to start game planning to stop our run, even with the triple option, 2 backs. And there's going to be, because I think the beauty of it is hard to stop, because when you got 3 threats back there that can go and run in any direction, you force that front 7 to think.
Yeah.
But you go against a more disciplined defense, smarter defense with a little bit of a thicker game plan, a couple more weeks to prepare, and that pass game opens up. I am curious to see what that looks like a little bit more, because I do think the reads have been pretty simple. It's been pretty pitch and catch for Cardale. I want to see what he looks like when, hey, I got to throw the ball 25 times today, and I got to make some reads.
I feel he is experienced.
He is?
He is experienced, so I feel like that probably wouldn't. It's not probably his strength, but I don't think it would be that big of an adjustment to him. And to be honest, it's a new offensive line.
Yeah.
So I think that also helped with the run game, because
that's true.
Best by far, it's looked.
Yeah, they recently reshuffled the offensive line, moved the right tackle to left tackle, I think a tackle to guard, stuff like that.
It looked like they had more little cohesion or whatever.
Yeah,
whatever.
They looked way sharper this game for sure.
I would like to see it, like you said, against a team with a better front 7, But I think that's the way the offense is made to be for the pass game. Just simple reads,
Simple reads, yeah.
We're going off the run. And we have Ernest Campbell.
Yeah.
If they're playing short, throw it to the big tight end, throw it to Anderson, check it down. We got 3 running backs in the game.
Yeah.
Quick reads.
No, and I think also like part of that too, I'm interested to see Williams in that scenario. I'm interested to see Demir in that scenario as well.
Yeah.
Just coming off of that. How do you think the defense played a little bit? It was maybe I would say this maybe was their toughest game that they've played, or like you know what I mean?
Yeah. I feel like this was the first. Just flat out saying it. No disrespect to the teams. South Dakota State and Nevada weren't much of a passing game threat. Those teams, were. Nevada didn't really score the ball, and South Dakota really dominated the game on the ground. Mercyhurst, they said forget the running game, you know,
and probably could call it.
Yeah, but the second half they went on a 12-play drive. I think they threw the ball 10 times.
Now, that little midget quarterback was out there slinging, bro. A couple of dimes. I was like, damn.
So I do think like it was probably an adjustment for them. You know, they stood up when they needed to. The fourth quarter,
and that exactly
forced the field goal, interception.
And I think that was what was most important to me. Was like, all right, when we needed stops, bro, they went and got stops. Because like you're going through that game a little bit, and it wasn't perfect. They were throwing the ball around a little bit more. I thought it was. To me, like, obviously there was the most points scored in that game. Mm-hmm. So I was like, all right, honestly, I was kind of having a hard time, like, all right, figuring out, like, what is this defense a little bit? Because we've seen them step up and make plays and be opportunistic. Yeah. But we've also seen them, they got torn up in the run game in the first two games. They're getting turned up in the pass game right now. Like, all right, it's just kind of just like a bend, don't break type of defense. I was trying to figure it out a little bit. I was very encouraged to see them kind of stand up there at the end of the game, get a couple of picks, force some punts, and put this game completely away. Because as much as it was the offense capitalizing on those opportunities, the defense giving them opportunities too. How about fucking Koa Kue or Koa Kui?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Another pick.
Holy shit. Now, he's a baller. I mean, another pick, even in game one, he didn't have an interception, but I believe he was the one that recovered that muffed punt. He's been everywhere the first three games. Yeah, he has the intangibles for sure. If he stays healthy, I find a hard time to believe he's not on some All-American FCS list. Sure. He has been balling.
He's definitely one of our best players on defense, and I think he plays with the energy that you like to see on a defense. He's Absolutely. Flying around, making plays. So I think that's another the defense. It's college football. Yeah. 28 points is not like
it's not that much. That's a great point.
Crazy.
That's a great point.
Not really crazy. 7 of them were you give it to them on your side of the ball. Mm-hmm. Not really much you can do,
Yeah, 2 of them were field goals. It's a 2-point conversion, so you didn't really give up that many touchdowns, to be honest.
What's that? One with a short field. Mm-hmm. You did give up a 12-play, like 85-yard drive, but that's good execution, Can't hurt. That can't knock them for that. Mm-hmm. Then bend don't break, like you said. Yeah. We're scoring touchdowns, they're scoring field goals,
Yeah.
Actually, it's gonna.
No. Anything else in this game, really? I think it was a really encouraging win for sure. Yeah. I'm a hell of a lot more excited going forward. I know we were a little bit more excited last week, even with the loss. We would have not been excited if we had lost this game for sure. That would have definitely turned to the worst possible scenario.
You would have heard a very different attitude.
Absolutely, for sure. Absolutely. So I'm encouraged. We got Central Arkansas next week.
Central Arkansas. So I'm excited. Again, I don't think it's a top tier opponent. So I think it's another game. Help us get into a rhythm. Hopefully. I feel like we came out a little lackluster. That's really helped. We went for it early. That's giving the short field. Let's from the jump. Let's not wait to the second half to really jump on a team. Let's go out there and work on it from the jump.
I would love to see that too. That's a great point because I think even in the 2 games that we lost to, similar, just coming out super lackluster. Like if we don't throw the ball at the end of the game, let's fucking get on top of it. If you want to put right at the score, do that all the first 3 quarters. You know what I mean? First 3.5 quarters, and then let's salt the game away. Yeah. If you want to get your stats up, let's do it that way for sure. I would definitely love to see this team come out with a little bit more of an energy because I don't think the Central Arkansas team is very good. They're 1-2. They've been blasted 2 of those losses. Like blasted 2 losses. They did the one win they did have. I think they did blast that team, but that team's 0-2. So I don't really know how much stock to put into that. I do think this is a game that they should win. Another game at home, and I think regardless of where you're going to play football going forward, you got to protect that home field advantage.
You got to protect that home field, and it's the last game before we get to conference play. Mm-hmm. You're going to want to at least
put yourself at 2-2. Put yourself at 500 before conference, and put yourself in a pretty good position to
do everything with it that we planned on, the hopes and dreams for the season. Still available. You go into conference play too.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Especially if we go in we go in rolling. It's not like
And
we don't have the roughest conference schedule. No. So, we go in rolling, I feel like that will give us...
I think that's really the point. Like, we played 2 tough games to begin, right? One was a little bit sketchy. The other one was at least a little bit more encouraging. You come off of 2 strong wins right into conference play, you might be hitting up at the right time right there. And that might be a pretty good look for Sac.
And with... It was, 70-plus new players on the team?
70. I think it was 71 was the official number.
71.
Got a mesh. Yeah.
It's week 4.
Mm-hmm.
They should be, finally getting into a rhythm. So I feel like we'll probably be seeing who they truly are this week,
Yeah, no, for sure. I'm excited to see them get into conference play. I'm excited to see them have another home game and see what they can do with that. In other Sac State football news, Tusi.
Oh, Tusi,
Tusi getting the offer.
number 1 recruit.
Yeah, Tusi was actually recently in town for the NBA Youngboy concert, so I'm guessing just in between his prep for going on stage, he slid over to Sac State and found himself a scholarship offer.
Recruitment.
How do you feel about that, bro?
I doubt it's real. It's
real as in like he's not going to take the offer, like it's just all kind of gimmicks and fun, or it's like he doesn't have an offer.
I think he might take the offer. He might be on. It might not be Sac State. I feel he might be on a college roster at some point. Do I ever think he'll play it down in college football? No. I think it's a publicity stunt a little bit. The school is gonna get some recognized. He's a decent sized fan base.
Yeah.
Now he's a small artist.
So you think of it as from a perspective of it's a good way for the football program in the school to get a couple more headlines.
And he's gonna live out a dream of his, I guess. Do you
think this in any way like could reflect poorly on them from other recruits or just in general?
I think it could, but I don't think it would have like major repercussions.
Yeah.
Like,
I think you had a good point though. So they said like, "Oh, we were done recruiting receivers," or something like that.
Yeah.
If I'm the receiver sitting at home, and I was talking to Sac State, and they pulled away from me last minute, saying they're no longer recruiting receivers, and I fucking see Tusi get an offer, borderline crashing out.
But also, Sac State has Ernest Campbell and Anderson.
True. Yeah, why would you want to go there?
So you think Tusi's gonna be playing over them?
No, absolutely not.
Yeah, so it's like, do you think if you got Tusi got offered over you, if they said they're not recruiting any more receivers, they probably got better receivers than even there.
It's like what's the limit for D1 roster size?
I think they just cut it down. So yeah.
He's the 85th person. He's the 100th person. Whatever that number is, he's probably the last guy in there.
It's probably not even a full scholarship. He's on a partial. Using some rap money to pay the rest of his tuition.
Absolutely. We'll pay for your transportation and your food.
Yeah, you get the meal plan.
I guess it's pretty good publicity that way. Yeah. If you want to continue to get your football program out there.
We're talking about it.
We're talking about it. We're talking about it. I'm sure other people are talking about it. I just kind of get a little bit concerned with that stuff because I don't want it to become a gimmick program, right? You're still trying to build something sustainable, trying to build a culture, trying to build a strong foundation, and you don't need just publicity grabs all the time. This is the first. But
you gotta get your name out there. So all publicity ain't bad. Is good publicity, they say, I guess.
Yeah, so that's a good point.
Who knows? This may be the end of it. He might never speak of Sac State again. So we'll see.
Hopefully. All right. Are you looking ahead to anybody in specific or anything in specific for this next game?
I want to see how the offense looks. See if we can keep it rolling. See if we can get some more of that side to side, moving defense side to side.
Yeah,
some more. He put in some new looks this week. I did like that. Some 3 running back.
No, he was having some fun out there.
Some stuff like that. So I did like seeing that. Then I want to see if Curtis plays this week. That's what I'll be looking for.
Yeah.
Anything you'd be looking for?
We're definitely on Curtis watch for sure because you kind of just put a little bit of fear in my heart that he could just be sitting out, potentially saving some eligibility and going somewhere else. Right before we filmed this pod, he said that to me, and now I have nightmares. So that's not ideal. So definitely on Curtis watch for sure. And I don't know about I've been a fan of Ernest. I love Ernest. I love Jordan Anderson. I want to see them more, bro. They're making cool plays every single week.
And put that ball in the air.
Put the ball in the air, bro. Just a couple couple of times, man. Looked like Cardell got it. Fuck, man. Let's put it up there a couple more times and let's get him a couple more catches. Because they're doing really cool shit when they get the ball in their hands.
Yeah,
I like to see cool shit happen on the football field.
They look just as good as our running back room. So I would like to see it in there. So.
Even if it's not too much, you throw them some screen passes, some bubble, just get the ball in their hands. I love the end around, like you said, some side to side movements, some jet touch sweeps, stuff like that.
Getting it in their hand.
Get it in their hands, because I think they're playmakers, and I think they're a big part of what this offense can be. It's a hell of a lot. It's hard to scheme when there's 3 running backs and three threats in the backfield. That run defense is hard to scheme against. It becomes tremendously hard to scheme against when you start being able to play action off of that, RPO off of that. You're able to move defenses side to side with that speed and agility.
I don't think I've seen one RPO yet. I would like to see
some RPOs. Absolutely. And I would love to see some, honestly, a little bit more play action rollout stuff too. I like Jordan Williams. An easy way to get touchdown or easy way to get tight ends more targets is off that play action rollout stuff as a safety valve and see what he can do after the catch.
Or some uncalled, unscripted QB runs. Cardell can run.
He can run.
Let's get him out the pocket. Let's move.
That's a good point too. Yeah, don't be scared to pass the ball because he can step up and go get you 12.
I'd be fine with moving the pocket. That's a good one.
All right.
Anything else?
I think that's it, y'all.
All right. Keep an eye out for our Arthur Corey thing coming this week. If not, we'll be here next week for another
pods. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like and subscribe.